Hi, I'm Si. I'm one of the Paddlesports instructors here at Brennan. We're going to just have a quick conversation about some of the options, and there's loads of them, of shoes you could wear on your paddle sport trips and expeditions. So we've got some wetsuit boots here. These are really good. They're nice and warm, and they've also got a nice thin sole, which feels great, particularly when you're on your sup. Disadvantage of these is that there's very little grip on the bottom, so when you end up on a muddy riverbank, you're sliding all over the place. And the soles are also really thin, so the disadvantage of that being that as soon as you end up on any wet rocks running around trying to rescue your mate, then it's really painful. A pair of slightly more sturdy boots, quite like the cuff bit on here that helps protect your ankle. Nice grippy sole that works on those wet muddy riverbanks we've been talking about, but also works really well on wet rock. Pair of big fat neoprene wellies, nice thick sole, super thick neoprene so they keep your feet nice and warm in the wet. Tread pattern's not amazing, so again those wet muddy riverbanks aren't the best, but for keeping your feet warm in the winter these work really well. Think outside the box. These are actually mountain biking shoes, but they've got a really good grippy sole on them, made from 510 rubber, and nice bit of ankle protection as well. Disadvantage, they're not as warm, so you need to think about your thermal insulation inside your dry trousers, so your feet don't get cold. Again, just a standard pair of running shoes. Work really well if you're having to run the shuttle, so you've got something that works for the road runny bit. Attaches nice and firmly onto your feet. Good thick sole, good grip. Disadvantage again, not so warm in the wet. Boots have got laces that it's worth making sure they're tied on nice and firmly, but then you've tucked your laces out the way so that the tails don't get caught on your footrest bolts or something weird like that as you're wet exiting your kayak. These ones have got a nice little bit of elastic on there that you can just tuck those under. Lots of people turn up in this kind of thing. Big problem with these is your toes are exposed. So again, when you're running around on those riverbanks, pair of sandals like this, although they're going to stay on your feet, which is great, there's a lot of danger of you stubbing your toe on those big sharp rocks as you're running around on the riverbank. Sole on the bottom, a little bit worn, a little bit smooth, so again, not so great on the wet and the mud, pretty good on the rocks though.